Hey, it's Monday and I'm Fiona and I am reading out the dragon cards for you today. So hopefully you've picked your number. If you haven't, then just choose a number between 1 and 4 right now. The theme being all this week, and I'm doing a special class on Wednesday about how to move your business from 3D to 5D, is how you live a guided life so that you move from 3D, where things seem really hard work, effort, thinking so much, planning so much, and then how you move into being guided. So it's a guided life. It's completely and utterly different to what you might think it might be to run a business or to run your home or anything. It's just like this, you just step out of the way. You're just like, you know what, I hand it over. I don't know how to do this, and this is what the dragons are navigating you towards, to living a guided life. So, in other words, you're communicating with everything. You're communicating with your business. You are so appreciative. I'm so appreciative of this business. I just thank you so much. I think you're wonderful. I'm sorry that I haven't appreciated you as much as I have, because you've brought me clients, you've brought me into front of the world, you've brought me along my journey, because I realise that this is the most spiritual thing, the most spiritual journey I'll ever have. You talk to your car, you see the signs that come from your car. You are in tune and you are being guided when you are communicating with every single thing around you. Your phone, oh my God, I don't know what I'd do without my phone, being able to ring people when I was having problems or I had a flat tyre or something like that. Hi Thelma, thank you everybody who's popping on. So a guided life that the dragons are navigating you towards is all about communication. Communication. And that means showing your appreciation, your gratitude, and what's not working quite so well. So sometimes things just go wrong, don't they? They just go wrong. And no matter what you do, there's a song in there, isn't there? Sometimes things go wrong no matter what you do. You have to be able to see this as soul intervention. When things go wrong, no matter what you do, if you've been working really hard for something and it still falls flat on its face, or the rug gets pulled out from under you, that's the feeling that I like to put towards it. It's like, just, oh my God, just the rug was pulled out from under me. It's like something has had to happen to move you forwards, because your soul is saying, you're stuck. This is not working for you anymore. It's too exhausting. It's too tired. It's making you sick. It's making you angry. It's making you tired. It's too much effort. There's too much force. What do you want instead? This is the guided life, and this is what happens. Understanding that everything in our universe, everything in this planet, on this beautiful planet that we reincarnated, everything is energy. And everything is living and has been blessed by the universe. Now, sometimes we get nudges and we get the messages, we get signs, we get soul intervention, and it's not always pretty. Sometimes we have to move through things, and this is why the dragons are here, to help you navigate through this, to allow yourself to be guided, but not just for one or two things. It's like everything, every single thing, everything is a guidance. Everything is not just a coincidence. It just happens to be landing in front of you. It's a guided life. So when I do my talks about the dragons, I'm like, what is it? What's the theme? What are we talking about? And today it was like, it's a guided life. To live practically magically, which is my book, Practical Magic Life, means that I was guided. I was guided to find the right house. I was guided to find the right person for me at the time. I was guided to find the right schools. I was guided to find the right car. I was guided to find the next client. I was guided to find the name of my business. I was guided. Now, this is what I do in my groups. I've got 2 groups, Dragon Portal and Manifest with the Dragons. And these are groups where people are working on their business or working on their life in general, and we're just using guidance. We're opening up to guidance. We're learning how to talk about things. We're learning how to ask the right questions. Sometimes you just need to walk the path that's, less travelled. Not very many people are doing this, but the people who are open to it It's amazing the kind of information that they get through when you are open to guidance and you're allowing yourself to step out of the way. One of the things you absolutely have to do when you are living a guided life is step out of the way. And that means giving yourself time for some very, very specific, indulgent time when you meditate. Allowing your mind to be free. What we also do is we spend some time in cleaning things up, like not just our energy, but we clean up our body as well, to open up our pineal gland, to open up our third eye. Imagine how easy life could be if you allowed yourself to be guided by the powers that be. So I say dragons, other people say angels. And in your life, in your business, if you imagine you could find your ideal clients, if you imagine you could find the best deal, if you imagine you find the best name for the program, if you find how many people, what price to be guided to put this out there at, everything is guided. But that means your human self has to just be put out of the way a little bit. Just come on, just hop out of the way a little bit and let the guidance come through. Let the guidance come through to guide you. It's the human that gets snarled up when a relationship ends and gets all angry and discombobulated and wants things to work a certain way, wants to control things and wants to get back at someone. It's the human that gets upset when deals don't go through in your business, when you can't work something out, or, oh, why am I getting no clients? It's your human that gets upset. The message is, there's somewhere else for you to be. We're just needing to tweak you a little bit. We're just needing you to open up to get the guidance for the big picture, and remember that you are here for a specific reason. You're doing something amazing, and it's time just to move on. You've settled. You've let the grass grow. It's just, come on. There's more to life than this. There is so much more, and this is everything that we and the dragons stand for. What if you could see anything that went wrong as just there's something better around the corner? And this is what these dragon cards are all about. It's just like, what can you do? How can you be responding? So these are the 64 messages that are in the dragon cards. How can you be responding in a different way so that you can see that what's happening to you, the soul intervention, whatever's going on in your life, how you could start seeing that as an opportunity, as a way forward, get you out of the slump. So whatever's happening to you, allow guidance in. And sometimes it means that you really are going to have to change some of the ways you do things. So these are where the dragon cards come in, and they are saying, look at it from this perspective, or you don't know how powerful you are, or just create it. And their whole theme is always about your inner world creates your outer world, your state, the stories that you're telling yourself. My dragons, my 8 dragons, Seraphina, Tara, Raphael, Luna Ray, Sovereign, Bloom, Ceremony, and Utopia, the 8 manifesting dragons, they are here to help you navigate through all the Earth's turmoils, all the Earth's events, circumstances, people, business, finances, relationships, houses, moving on. So what you do is you pick a card and you take the action, whatever action is being suggested on this particular card, so that you attract synchronicities, serendipity, one of my favourite words. You raise your vibration without effort, overwhelm, struggling, and you drop out of all of that so that you get a guided life. So let me know with the number 1 if you are ready to take the guided life. And we will start with playing with the dragons today. We will see to do with the theme that is all about the guided life. Are you ready to live the guided life? And we will start reading the cards. So we have cards, 1 to 4. Yay! Good on you. So we have cards 1 to 4. Thank you, Thelma, for choosing number 1, that you are ready to live a guided life. Because you know what? Life doesn't have to be that hard. You know, things go wrong. So what if things go wrong? So what is one of the themes that we have in one of my groups. Like, so what? And so what that didn't work out. So what that didn't work out. There's got to be something better around the corner. This is your whole attitude. This is more than anything Tara's message. It's like, there's just got to be more to life. Like, change your perception. So we are going to see which cards come up. So number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. We will be picking 4 cards today. So if you've chosen a number of the card that will give you the desired action, the action for you, intention action for you to do this week, to start practicing doing this, then just write down whatever number is you're being called to. If you've already chosen your number, then I will be tagging you from any of the posts that I have in any of the groups that I'm putting my dragon cards in, because we want to move you from operating in 3D to operating in 5D. So this means that your soul, the dragons, the cards, the messages will be helping you to operate your human. It's your human who gets snarled up. Thelma, you're number 3. It's the human that gets snarled up when things go wrong. The soul just goes, yes, we're moving on, we're moving forward, yeah, let this happen. And your human goes, oh my God, now I've got to move house, now I've got to pack the house up, oh God, now I've got to sell this car, now I've got to get this fixed. That's not working, the toilet's blocked, the washing machine doesn't work, the boiler's blocked, the boiler's leaking, my phone's broken, my kids are arguing. It's the human that gets snarled up in all of that. And your soul's just going, do you get the message yet? Do you get the message yet? They want you to understand that there is a message in all of those crappy things that go on. Thelma, go ahead and ask your question. I will pull the cards, and if I get a chance, I'll answer your question. If not, I'll ask it later. So we're pulling out card number 1 right now. And this is based on the theme of a guided life. And the dragons navigate you through a guided life. Oh, tears are flowing. Tears are flowing. Oh, Thelma. This happens. This happens. Oh my God. I'm so happy for you. And no, I'm not taking the piss. What I mean is, I'm happy for you that you're feeling the emotion, that you're connecting in with the dragons, you're connecting in with you, you're being asked to connect in with your soul. Your soul makes the tears flow. It's just like, oh, finally you're listening. Finally, you're in front of someone who's going to tell you, stop all the bullshit, and we're going to start listening to what your soul is telling you, guiding you forwards. And the dragons are here to absolutely navigate. Okay, well done. This one flipped up on top. Absolutely. All right, so I just mentioned Tara, didn't I? And we got Tara the card. Tara, so each dragon has 8 cards, 8 messages. This is card number 9. A whole new perspective. Turn things around 180 degrees with a new story. So anyone who picked, card number 3 is popular today. Anybody who picked card number 1, this is the start of your message today. So Tara, card number 9, 180 degrees perspective. I'm just going to read a little bit of the message that's kind of, it's going to touch your heart, it's going to get you moving, it's going to activate you. This is what the cards do. So every single time you come on a call, something gets activated, hence the tears. Just feel into your body. Like, I can feel that some of you have got you're really kind of tight in the belly. Just feel into that. And ask if it's yours, if it's someone else's or something else's, and just allow yourself to be guided with that. So we're going to be reading Tara. Tara is a sea green dragon. She came to me on the beach here locally in Cibourg, southwest France. I was sitting just after I'd done a reading with somebody, doing a business reading, and she popped up and she said, she said so many things, but basically she's come through with all sorts of messages about how you look at things through different eyes. You look through the eyes of the soul. So listen to this and see what resonates as we call in Tara right now as I read some of this message to you. A whole new perspective. Turn things around 180 degrees with a new story. It's so easy to slip into a numb state. and depending on another for direction or following someone else's lead, because they seem to have all the answers to what you need and what you want. Yet you have the answers within you. If only you would take and make a choice to seek them out, to be open and able to listen, and then you become the only one you need to follow and need to depend on from now on. This is your guided life. Yet we, the Dragon Clan, see that there is much resistance to your own powerful energy, and you being the creator. There is simply no benefit from having given away all your power to someone else. None. None whatsoever. Letting someone else give you answers, tell you what to do, even looking yourself for your own best solutions, will bring you steadily and more off course. The love for life, the creative power that emanates from you when you are aligned with your true self and soul, has an effect on everyone and everything around you. And this is your true power. If there is resistance to this perspective of being aligned and knowing yourself, then it is coming from your head. It is just where you habitually have always gone to try and find your answers. This is the guided life. It is just a simple pattern that you have got into for the purpose of your own survival, and it worked for a while. These old ways of not trusting your own judgment are breaking down, and the spell is being lifted off you so that you can break through and create your own reality. Now more and more of you realise that the power lies in each and every one of you, your individual. So the action for this particular card, this particular message for you, is that you start trusting your own guidance. You start practicing that you are guided. You start practicing that, knowing that everything around you is guidance for you. The dragons, your soul, are reaching into you and want to connect and know you. So this week, your action is just to know that in the back of your head. I'm being guided. When I started to be guided, I painted one of my fingernails a different colour. And people say, why have you painted your fingernail a different colour? But, oh yeah, to remind myself. Remind yourself of what? That I'm being guided. And that's all I needed to say. Like, I'm being guided. My soul is coming through. She guided me in all sorts of things, to being at the right place at the right time, meeting the right people, to winning Monopoly games, to making the dice roll on a particular way. It's the most fun way to live. I guarantee you, you will absolutely love the guided life. So that was card number 1. Your action then, what did I say? Inspired action. Start trusting and seeing the guidance that you get. So I finished that call 1819. So 1819, I will move on to card number 2. And I will be pulling out card number 2. If you're listening to all of the cards, they all have a message. They all just like work one after the other. They all come around to the same theme. So I'm asking today for card number 2. That's going to open us up and activate us to accept this guided life, this life that we are in. Thelma, are you still crying? Are things still moving for you? So, some cards fall out on the floor here, and I'm trying to pick them up. Ugh. Okay. Oh yes, more now. Oh Thelma, I'm so sorry. But just let it out. What's happening is that your heart is opening up, and you can't let the tears, don't hold the tears in, because it'll just break your heart. Just let it all out. Yeah, all lost in life. We are being guided. Allow yourself to be guided. Allow this to be the pivotal point when you are starting to see that so much more is available for you and better things are around the corner. Even though you may think that you've lost something and that you don't know your direction, you do. Things will come. Just pronounce, I am open for guidance. Card number 2 this week, Sovereign. Sovereign, delicious, delicious, cool, relaxing Sovereign. She is the essence of your heart. She allows you to get into your heart and into your soul. Card number 38. Her message. Magic floods and radiates out of you as you step into your fullest ecstatic essence. Oh, can't wait to read this one. Sovereign, number 38. You darling. Let's read number 37. I was on 38. I opened it up at 38. So again, this is Sovereign. She is a velvety purple dragon. Her whole essence is to get you into your sovereign state so that you are connected with your soul. So magic floods and radiates out of you as you step into your fullest ecstatic essence. When you make a profound impact on others, when you believe in your sovereign state and magical ability, the magic will flood out and radiate from you when you are in your fullest essence. With a focused, present mind, tuned into your intuitive psychic ability, and being a physical expression of your magical inner state. To enter into this world where you find the magic wherever you look, reclaim your innocence and enjoy more magical stories, which will have a spectacular way of bringing you back to your childhood, playful innocence. Your imagination will thrive, which is absolutely going to spark up your best magical skills, which will be your best tool from now on. To be able to use your imagination is to see the form you like, the form you desire, as you create that with your mind's eye. Now that is magical. To see things that are invisible to the naked eye as a human means that these creations are in the spectrum of light and in a frequency vibration beyond your earthly reality and vision. So this is your inspired action, is to use your imagination to create a life, an imaginary life for yourself that would be better than this, and just start playing with that. And what she's saying there is that you're creating in a spectrum of light that is invisible to us as a human, and it's in a frequency and a vibration that's way beyond your earthly reality. These inner visions are of energy and vibration that are in the invisible realm, but they do still exist in energy, just not yet in your dense earth energy field and formed in anything physical in your world. In the world, we only believe what we can see and touch. Excellent. To lift yourself out of the serious and overly sensible world, which has not yet learned how to play with energy in its fullest sense, take a pause, just for enough time, so that you can play and change the magical energy in yourself. Create a powerful magical character for yourself in your sovereign state. A magical book can help you to expand your childish imagination and playfulness, as well as understand how the fantasy of energy can work in all ways that you have forgotten, but you thought that you'd forgotten about for a very, very long time. You can lose yourself in a different world, be in different characters with different possibilities, with extrasensory powers or perceptions, and discover just what else you can do. The longer you play in that character, the better, for your energy becomes in yourself higher, more vibrant, more pulsating. The better you can mould it in your body, the better you can mould it in your brain, your thoughts, and the better you can mould it up into certain circumstances and situations that you are starting and to perceive from a magical point of view. You just don't know what you can do until you try. One of the main things that I teach is changing your internal story, and that's really what Sovereign is talking all about. She's asking you, and many of the other cards ask you to do the same thing, is to get into a character, to get into the character of the novel that you're writing or a character of the film that you're watching, and act out in that character. Be in a romantic life, be in an abundant life, and you start acting that out in your vibration, which helps you attract more of the good stuff to you. If you are in the complaining circle, negativity circle, guess what? It affects your body, it affects your vibration, and that's all you attract from now on. Your finances will plummet. So many things will go on that you think, oh my God, how on earth do I get out of this? We are moving on to card number 3. So whoever chose card number 3, I will make a note because I put these on YouTube afterwards as well. And let's see what comes out for card number 3 with the theme that this is a guided life. This one's sticking out very truly. This is card number 64. This is like the end of the journey. This is Utopia. She is the dragon of the purest, warmest sunshine. Utopia means that you've moved over into the 5D world, that you are being guided, that everything is just working out really, really well for you. Now, altered states of consciousness. Abide in your sovereign soul state. So she's reminding you of the card before that that was your sovereign state, that you want to get into your sovereign state. So when you're guided, you're in an altered state of consciousness. You are open to guidance. You're open to playing in this character. You are open to receiving. You're open to be playful. So let's just see what else this particular message was all about from Utopia, and I shall read that to you. She's looking so dead center at you. She's looking right into your soul. So Utopia, altered states of consciousness, abide in your sovereign soul state. You are in the process of creating something very specific. You have the exact steps to take and know what you want, and the intention is true and pure and for the good of all. As you step readily into altered states of creation zone, you are already practiced and already adept at experiencing the difference in the frequency of what you don't want and what you do want. You are capable of focusing on the finer details, using your senses and adding in more details. Just like weaving in the finer threads, textures, colours and thoughts of your sensations. So this is the first 4 dragons. This is knowing what you want, Seraphina. This is adding in more detail. This is Raphael. This is looking at things from a different perception. That's Tara. And you are looking at things with your senses and your sensitivity. That's Luna Ray. After that comes Sovereign. Your soul, who is with you in all of your decisions, known to you intimately and is accessible to you in your frequency, radiating from you as you transform into a high frequency state of love and above. So you rise above, consciously merging your 2 worlds, and you're activating and synchronizing both of the realms in you to be actively living with you at all times. With 1 foot in each world and experiencing being body and soul in unison. Any problems that appear in the physical world are being navigated well by your non-physical team and your soul, and being seen through new eyes, experienced as the soul, and these issues are no longer able to hold the power over you. Any problems that arise get a shift and a swift makeover that rapidly transforms the perceptions, one of energy shifting, clearing and experiencing a phase of growth. Sometimes when bad things happen to good people, or when bad things happen, as they sometimes do. This is your awakening. This is your time of up-leveling. This is your time to start doing things in a slightly or a very, very different way. Putting yourself first, doing things for yourself, taking care of you and looking for guidance. That means you are taking care of yourself, you're talking to yourself, you're talking to your soul, you're engaged with life, you're engaged with everything around you, you're appreciating everything around you, and you're seeing where the good is. You're seeing exactly what you enjoy, and you're only concentrating on what you enjoy. So that's it from Utopia. There's a rather long message, that one, but I won't read all of it. I'm going to read out card number 4 now, and we are on... All right, so card number 4 is also on the theme. Ooh, a guided life. One popped out straight away. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. Okay, so we've got Lunar Ray. Lunar Ray is the sensitive dragon. She allows you to feel safe to feel. She allows you to feel love again. She allows you to really feel serene and allow those synchronicities, serendipitous moments. And you're using your senses. You're using how you feel. Your body is your barometer. Lunar Ray is saying, oh, just feel that. Doesn't that feel awesome? Know what that feels like. Know what running your best life would feel like. Know what feeling you're running your best business would feel like. Just you know how awesome it's going to feel. But most of us have never really put the feelings into something. We're keeping it in our head. So she's asking you to get out of your head and start feeling your way forwards. So her message, number 30, Lunar Ray. And let's see what the action is with this one. And she reads here, so a new day as a new human, living as a sensitive and evolved being. So you're moving, you are moving into being a very, very wise person. You've been through your dark night of the soul. You've been through your soul intervention, and you will get more, but you've been through your soul intervention. And Lunar Ray is saying it's a new day. There are new horizons. There are new great things to look forward to. What card did I say? Number 30. She introduces you to real love, to really loving yourself, to really understanding what love feels like, rather than just putting a plaster over everything and just going, I love you, to really feeling it, to feel safe with your feelings and to follow your feelings. A guided life is about following what feels good, but most people are so stuck in their heads that we don't really feel and we don't really follow what feels good. So let's call in Lunar Ray so she can talk to us. She's a pearlescent white dragon, and when I met her and I reached out and touched her, she's so soft and so sensual. It's like touching snakeskin, warm, silky, soft snakeskin. She's very, very, very soft and like a big muscle, just so soft. So Lunar Ray, let's call you in. Are you seeking a world with more feeling because you have a need for a feeling that you believe you lack? Is there a feeling you've never really fully experienced yet? The new world is full to the brim of feelings, and it is a beautiful, safe world to experience all of your feelings. All feelings are accepted as equal. You are eager to experience more of this new world, and we feel your desire to fulfill that. A world where people are friendly, helpful, and if you tell them what you'd like, they naturally help you to get it. It's a world of cooperation and co-creation, and it is a new reality. You have your unique piece of the puzzle, and that there are so many lovely people who are on the same wavelength. Things work out easily, and simply feels that there is just no effort because you are all here with similar, very similar goals. You recognise your soul groups and tribes as coming together as they provide support and mutual understanding for your growth. It is a quiet place where the pace is slow, but where things appear to you at a speed that is absolutely delicious. Many things go just right for you and your loved ones. You find yourself experiencing that feeling more and more, that you feel better and better, maybe especially around experiencing more love, which seems to be the ultimate feel-good feeling that you want, and you want to have the experience of. There is a deep feeling of the expression of love that sits in your body and can be felt like it's no other feeling. It cannot be conveyed or transmitted or worded. It requires the sentiment to be attached to the communication. The whole communication has the body melting with a warmth, with softness, and a complete flowing of that feeling. The ebb and flow of that love, the ever-expanding feeling of that love within your body, when you take in the whole universe's love for you into your body and you feel it. When you feel it rise and fill you up right to the very brim, like you could not take in another breath, because you feel it so full of love. Now, that is something to be desired and to be experienced. There's more there from Luna Ray, but I shall stop it there. Now, the desired action from Luna Ray is to experience feeling. Is to experience what you are feeling. So sometimes you might need to name it, but just allow yourself to be okay, even just the feeling of it. It's just, I'm feeling something. I'm feeling something. I don't know what I'm feeling. I can't name it. I'm feeling something. And then just track where you feel it in your body. Now, look at your heartbeat. Is your heart beating fully or shallow? And your breath, is it full or shallow? Just feel the consequences of what it feels like to have that feeling, that experience within your body. And you're starting to understand how your soul communicates with you and how the dragons can then guide you by your feelings. Thelma. It's a theme. There's a weekly theme. So your question, were all 4 cards supposed to connect with you? Yes, you can pick one card, but all of these cards that are read out to do with the theme will be drawing in the people who need to hear them. So maybe it's good for you to understand what exactly you got from these cards this week. Maybe you can put it in the comments here. What exactly did you get as your message, and what action will you take this week? You're all perfectly welcome to choose a card, but to make the changes in your own life, you have to take the actions that are given. And the dragons are in connection with your soul, and they want you, the human, to be in connection with your soul so that you can start living the guided life. The guided life is the way of 5D. 5th dimension, new paradigm, new human, new world, golden age. What's it called? New paradigm. The intuitive age. This is where we are learning to use our feelings, our intuition, and we're being guided ourselves forward. If you're open to that, if you want to speak to me about how you can be guided in your life, I've got 2 group courses that I organise. One purely for business, which is Manifest with the Dragons. And this is where we're calling in the dragons to actually read into your business and guide you. And I channel for you. And the Dragon Portal, which is allowing the dragons to come in and activate your soul. And most people in there have a business or a life or something they want to change to. Could be relationships and things. But that's the Dragon Portal. So that's a 12-month program. And every single week I'm channeling and guiding you in there as well. Let me know what actions you are going to take this week. It's absolutely paramount. as we move into 5D, that we start taking responsibility for our own actions, that we say, yes, I'm committed to this. I will do this because I do not want to live like this anymore. So that is basically what we are being guided to. And sometimes things go wrong, as they normally do. And these are your soul interventions. Your soul is more powerful than you. Susie, hi. Okay, so let's see what you're saying. Ah, okay. Dragon country, absolutely. I'm sorry that you're having huge heart problems, Susie. I'm seeing a lot of this at the moment, a lot of relationship breakups, a lot of heart problems for the last 10 years, basically because we are needing to open our hearts. So whatever it is that you need to open your heart to, your heart with, your breath is very shallow, and I'm just feeling you very, very blocked in this area. But and it won't be necessarily just the medical stuff that sort of takes you out of this. It's this whole spiritual growth for you, Susie, to understand your relationship with your heart. Speaking as someone who's had a whole life on the quest of love, and I think most of us, if we really are honest, that most of us are on the quest to experience what real love is all about. And in every single relationship I have, it just blows your heart wider and wider and wider open. And how can we keep our doors open to our heart no matter what's going on in our lives and what's going on in our world? That is a big challenge for us being human. Anyway, Thelma, Susie, everyone else who is on this call, thank you very much for being here. If you want any guidance, if you want any help, then that's what I'm here for, to help you understand by channeling. This is what the dragons are for, and this is why they come through me. So have a wonderful week, and I'm wishing you all very well. Please take the actions that you were given from these particular cards. If it means that you need to be more grateful for your life, more grateful for your heart. If you need to experience more feelings, like what is it that I'm feeling? Be aware of the feelings in this satellite, in this transmitter, this radiating transmitter, that your body is a barometer for everything that goes around. So we had 4 cards today. We had Tara, we had Sovereign, we had Utopia and Luna Ray, all helping you move into this new, wonderful way of living. And I hope that you are on the journey to that, and I hope that you will follow me.